Hershiser, and I am on the Blue Review. Hey, this is Sean Green. You're watching the Blue Review.
Hey, lasers. Pew, 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 pew. That's our attempt at lasers here on a Thursday morning. Welcome, everybody, to the Blue Review presented by LAX. I'm Marcas Grant. That is Greg Bergman. And not only was it a great night for the Dodgers and Dodger fans, but you and I got to take it in person yesterday. That was very cool, Greg.
It was a little Blue Review baseball game, plus Travis and Gene, but it was a Blue Review baseball game. It was nice to see. We had really solid seats. Thank you to Steven Hernandez and Carlos Hernandez. Those seats were just phenomenal. The entire time, Gene was like, I love these seats. I love these seats.
Oh, they were awesome. They were awesome seats. It was an awesome game. A lot of fun things to talk about from that one, so we will break that all down in just a minute as the Dodgers finish off the sweep of the Mets. 8-2 was the final score last night. But first, I want to let you know that the Blue Review is powered by LAX. We are taking off. Learn more about all the incredible changes happening now at LAX by going to lawa.org/ESPN. So, a lot of really positive things to talk about. I guess let's start with Shohei.
Hey, there we are.
Seems like, hey, there it is. That is the altered version.
That is the altered version. I appreciate the altered version, Carlo. I did not know I was going to the game, so I was in my work clothes, and I was not. I was walking around before the game, and I didn't find the park that I could get with like a hoodie or something along those lines, and so I was like, I'm just not buying anything. So Shohei is the place to start. He pitched, did not hit. That was a thing. The lineup was announced earlier in the afternoon, and certainly made its rounds on social media. And I was like, does this mean anything? I don't know. I mean, Dave Roberts said it had something to do with him being hit by a pitch. I think we all thought that was fishy, but nonetheless, pitcher Shohei, still a good time to watch. All right, so there's two things there. Do I believe that because he got hit on Monday, he wasn't able to hit on Wednesday after he hit on Tuesday? No, I don't. But, it's fine. If you can get him off his feet every once in a while, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think this is going to be the norm. He's not going to be – I don't believe that he'll be not hitting when he pitches. It just doesn't seem feasible. And also, another thing, when he gets to the postseason, you need him to do both. Yeah. So he needs to be ready to do both and be practiced at doing both. So I think this was just a one-off, and they just kind of wanted to get him off the feet. And maybe it was to get Dalton rushing in, but we'll get to that in a bit. He was so good yesterday. 10 strikeouts, blowing guys away. Only gave up a couple of hits, and there was at one point he gave up the run. I forget which inning. He gave up the run.
The fifth inning.
It was the fifth inning. It was a double, and it got just past Kyle Tucker. Bounced. It was this crazy looping to the right field, and it bounced into the stands. Scored a run, and he was mad.
Yes, he was
mad after that. The next 4 pitches were all over 100 miles an hour. I don't think he hit over 100 miles an hour before that.
He did not. He got close. He got to like 99 a couple times, but he never hit 100 before he gave up the run. Yeah. Because then after that, he blew away. I think it was Marcus Semien.
Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham got blown away on 3 pitches. And then he ends up, striking out Francisco Lindor, or I think he got Lindor on a ground out or a line out at the end of the inning. But 4 pitches in a row at 100 miles an hour. It was sort of like, oh, now I have an ERA and I don't like this.
I was at 0.
Now I'm at 0.54 or whatever it was. And he's like, I'm not thrilled about this. And so the Mets had to pay because of it. So
and then Tommy Pham was standing there. He had 3 straight pitches all over 100 miles an hour, and he had no shot.
None.
There was nothing he was going to do about it. That was just shoved down his throat, right? And it was amazing. Oh, 0.5 ERA. Oh, sorry, Shohei. Didn't mean to give you a 0.5
he's gonna throw 100 at you right now. Is what's gonna happen. I mean, just it was amazing to watch. It was amazing to be able to see it sort of up close, and just see how he operates, because the velocity, the movement, it's all so filthy. At one point, I can't remember who, he struck out somebody to end the inning on a slide step and still threw it 99. I mean, he didn't even have his full motion and still threw a fastball at 99 miles an hour. Just sitting next to Travis and talking to him, I mean, we were both just mind blown by watching this dude up close. It is a thing to see, without a doubt.
I mean, you can feel the power behind his pitches. It's when it hits the glove, you're like, oh my god,
right?
That was throwing so hard.
Yeah,
the guy, and to do all of these things, and look at this, all these numbers: 18 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 6 walks, 18 Ks, 0.5 ERA, 1.13 batting average against, 0.72 WHIP. Those are Cy Young numbers. For the conversation with the Cy Young, obviously. You don't win a Cy Young with 18 innings pitched. But you can tell that, and he's doing all that while also having 5 home runs and also batting leadoff. It's just, I mean, everybody knows what he does, and he's done this for a couple of years. But God, it's still you have to marvel at every time you actually see him. So if you have a chance to go see Shohei pitch, go do
Shohei
it.
pitch. Go do it. Yeah. It was absolutely incredible. By the way, that was his first double-digit strikeout game as a Dodger. So
was it really?
What I saw last night. Yeah, he had never struck out that many hitters as a Dodger. So yeah, a little bit of
but hey, I'll listen to the stat.
Little bit of history. I will try and find that and verify. I believe that is what I saw last night.
There's this one. You see this one? Since earned run became official in 1913, the only other MLB player with 30-plus game on-base streak and 30-plus inning streak without an earned run at any point in his career is Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
It always comes back to those two.
There ain't too many guys that could be in that category, right? Like when you put out those two things, then yeah, that's kind of it. Other things that were fun last night, Ha-Seong Kim. Part of what is the best middle infield in baseball. It's just a fact now.
Some are saying, and some are you.
So exactly, I am some. But I hit the home run last night, the first of the season. I believe it was the 4th of his major league career, and a ball that was absolutely smoked off Clay Holmes to right field. Obviously, we don't expect him to juice up and hit power numbers and hit for power numbers all the time. But the one thing I will take away is, remember last year, part of the reason that we weren't seeing him in the lineup consistently was because he just was struggling with the bat. He looks notably improved at the plate this year. He looks more comfortable. He's having more swing. Every now and then he will chase and strike out. But overall, I like his approach, and he looks like he's a lot more comfortable at the plate this year.
No, he does look a lot better at the plate. So to your point, he struck out 3 times after that.
Right.
So he is still chasing, but at the same time, his approach does look a lot better. He does seem like he's more comfortable at the plate. He kind of looks like the same guy that he was a little at the beginning of last year. He does need to bring the strikeouts down. When Mookie Betts and Tommy Edman come back, if he wants to stay up here, he has to keep producing offensively and defensively, and he had another great defensive play also last night. But he looked so good last night on that pitch where he does look a lot better at the plate. And also, I got to give it up to did you see Gene? Gene's Korean.
Okay.
And so when Ha-Seong Kim hit the home, I've never seen her that happen. Like, we've been to games. We were at Game 1 of the World Series in 2025 when Freddie Freeman hit the home run. She was really excited. I think she was more excited about Ha-Seong Kim hitting that home run, and she was saying it. But either way, Kim was. He has an opportunity to stick in this lineup as long as he keeps hitting, and the strikeouts have to come down. The swing and miss has to come down. But he does seem a lot more comfortable than he did at the end of last year and even maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Hit the home run, had another really great defensive play at shortstop on a diving stop that he got up and threw the runner out at first base. definitely has filled in nicely. Obviously, it'll continue to be sort of a platoon situation. He'll play. We'll see some Miguel Rojas occasionally. We'll see Alex Freeland maybe get some innings over there. But he has played, I think, very well enough that there's a case. I mean, we were having that conversation in the stands last night between you, me, Travis, and met a nice gentleman in front of us
from Chicago.
What happens when everybody's healthy? Who's going to sort of be the odd man out? Unfortunately, right now, it kind of looks like Alex Freeland just because his bat seems to be the weakest. But, when Mookie Betts is back, when Tommy Edman is back, when Kike Hernandez is back, Andrew Friedman, Dave Roberts have some really tough decisions to make about who's not going to be here in the short term.
Yeah, and I mean, these are champagne problems, the way that we like to put it, for sure. But Alex Freeland he came up here because he was supposed to be somebody that was supposed to walk and go through turn the lineup over to Shohei and not get out and not maybe get a couple of hits, but really walk. And he's not doing that right now. He has 4 walks and 16 strikeouts. So he's looking. Look, I don't want to kill the kid because he's still very young. He only had a short time up with us last year, and now he's just a short time now. Very, very small sample sizes. But this is what it was last year. He wasn't hitting. He was striking out a lot, and he kind of looked overmatched at the plate. Defensively, he looks great. So the best middle infield in baseball is looking great defensively. But at the plate, Alex Freeland is having some tough times. He did get 2 hits. One of them was kind of like a weird hop bounce. Oh, it went off.
It hit off the pitcher. Yeah, it bounced off the pitcher.
But either way, he got on base a couple of times. So that's a step forward. But currently, if it was today and someone had to go down, I think Alex Freeland is going down and Ha-Seong Kim is staying.
Yeah, I think that's probably what would happen. I've seen people say Espinal. I mean, I guess Espinal is potentially an option. I just don't. Yeah. I'm not sure that they would do that, but maybe Espinal is the odd man out here.
The problem with putting Espinal down, and I think this is the only reason that it is because he's a right-handed bat, and so when you see it happen all the time, it happened not on Tuesday when a lefty came in, they took out both Freeland and Kim and put in Espinal and Rojas. Yeah. And then if they ever go and if those two start because there's a lefty starting and they go to the righty, you're going to see both of those two flip and see Alex Freeland and Ha-Seong Kim come in. So it is strictly for that reason.
Other things that look really good. Dalton rushing, man. Talk about guys who are looking comfortable at the plate right now. Dalton rushing is looking. Dalton crushing is what I'm calling him because he's hitting the ball so well. The highlight last night, certainly the grand slam, but kicked things off with a double early in the ball game. Ended up scoring on the Kim home run. So now, you talk about champagne problems, right? You have one more guy that's starting to hit, and you don't really have a spot for him in the lineup every day. I mean, it's a problem, but man, it's a really good problem to have for the Dodgers.
No, it's a great problem for the Dodgers. Yes, I mean, it's a tough one, but the Dalton rushing, I think, is in a situation now where he's being looked at more. He's looking like we got to find places to get you into the game. Yeah. Now, what happens there? What is it? Does he just get Will Smith off his feet a little bit more to start the season? Or is it that you put him in a position in the field? Do you give Teo a day off and put him in left field? Do you try and see what he does? Give Freddie Freeman a day off, which he hates to have, and put him at first base. Once he comes out, do we put him at third? I mean, you just have to find ways to get him in because he's swinging a hot bat. And it's great to see. Look at the bottom of this lineup right now, Marcus. They are killing.
They're doing a great job. They're great, man.
Yeah. So 6 of the RBIs, they had 8 runs. 6 of the RBIs came from the bottom of the lineup. The bottom of the lineup is the best in all of baseball, and that's just by stats. And what they are doing right now is making it easy for the top of the lineup to come back up. So what is this one?
So stunning development in the Dodgers season thus far. The bottom third of their lineup is OPSing 935, a 130-point lead over the second-place team. In other words, their numbers 7, 8, and 9 hitters have basically been Juan Soto. It's early, but still.
Juan Wow. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
And it is, especially compared to, remember this time last year, the bottom of the order really was giving this team nothing. And
Right.
you know, it was a good thing that the guys at the top were hitting, right? That Shohei, I mean, Mookie, I know kind of struggled all year long, but Mookie, Freddie, Will Smith, those guys were sort of carrying things. And then when you got to 7, 8, 9, everything sort of broke down. So now it's not quite the opposite. I mean, you're definitely not getting, I think, maximum production out of the top of the order yet, but the fact that the bottom of the order is just rolling along. I mean, I know at one point Travis last night joked, like, we didn't get Kim back to the plate because we need more runs.
Right.
That's kind of what it is right now, but it's great to see because, again, it's already a scary lineup. It's an even scarier lineup, Greg, if the bottom of the order is hitting, because now it's like, well, now really where do we go to get out? So there's just no easy, obvious place at this point.
No, if you're an opposing pitcher, and think about it this way too, like you're like, okay, Shohei's pitching, so we have to deal with him on the mound, but we don't.
He's not hitting tonight.
He's not hitting. You don't have Shohei. You don't have Mookie. Okay, we're gonna go with Alex Freeland and Ha-Seong Kim at the bottom. We'll get through that, and then we'll get back to the top. Oh no, they just they hit home runs. They get on base. They're just doing things to move that line around. And it's causing teams to be say, how are we supposed to beat this team? Like, they're going to lose games, totally. But if how they are playing right now, I don't know where the weak spot is in the lineup. I don't know where the weak spot is. Period. Right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of the thing, is that, you know, we keep wondering, okay, so where's the thing that needs to be improved? What needs to get better? And I guess you can sort of nitpick at little things, right? I mean, we're hopeful Alex Freeland can figure it out right now, but even that, I mean, he's still giving you really good defense, you know, at second base when he's in there. You know, Ha-Seong Kim obviously showing up with power last night and playing great defense. Andy Paez continues to stay hot. He had 2 hits last night, scored a run. You know, everything, even when it's not working, again, the offense hasn't, I think, been at its best, but they still have the best record in baseball. You know, they're 14-4. So that seems to be working. And then last night, Kyle Tucker kind of came to life.
Right.
Yes, only the 1 hit. It was a home run, but Greg, he hit the ball hard at least 3 times last night. So it feels like, you know, I'm not going to say that little bleeder base hit from a couple nights ago is really what turned the tide. I mean, I think it's a progression, but it does feel like he's getting close because he made a lot of solid contact last night.
Right. He made a lot of solid. You're right. It was 3 times he hit the ball really, really hard. There was one in the first inning that I think, did you miss only just the first inning?
I missed the top of the first inning. Yeah.
The top of the, okay. So you saw Kyle Tucker then. Yeah. He had the ball that he scorched the ball to left field. It just went right at somebody. A little bit later, he scorched the ball to right field and it just missed a home run. And then he scorched the ball and finally got the home run. So we say maybe that bleeder, we don't want to say it was the bleeder, but sometimes just finding grass is something that turns you around. And you could see it on his face in some of those games that after he would strike out and he'd like walking back to the dugout, you could see how distraught he was, and then how happy he was for the most that he can actually look happy. The little bloop over to left field on Tuesday's game to win the game, and then after the home run last night, it's like, okay, I'm finding barrel. I'm hitting the ball hard. Eventually, these things are going to start to drop, and so the third one did drop just in the stands for a home run. So these are things that Kyle Tucker is going to have to is starting to come around. And if he starts to come around, watch out.
Yeah.
That top of the lineup is now incredibly scary. And if you already have a weirdly enough scary bottom of the lineup, getting back up to the top is going to be just treacherous for anybody.
Yeah. Looking at the chat, Sherry is saying Tucker got love from the team like a little kid who finally ate broccoli. Glacier Hat says you could see how happy the guys in the dugout were for him, even though the guy has the emotion of a Waymo.
I mean, it's true though. We looked at it when he hit the home run. What were we talking about when he was coming back to the dugout? And
I mean, it was, you know, they're throwing the seeds, and he's kind of like,
there was no emotion. Taylor was like throwing the seeds in his face, and he's just.
I mean, even his trot around the bases, like, First, I think he believed that the right fielder caught the ball because it was close. I don't know who was playing right field last night, but who was it? Oh, Carson Benj.
Yeah,
He made a really good attempt at it, and at least from my vantage point, it looked like maybe he caught it, and I think Tucker thought the same. And then when he realized it was a home run, it was kind of this half-hearted trot around the bases, like no energy, no emotion, and yeah, he gets the seed shower, and it was kind of like, yeah, thanks, I guess. Yeah, So,
like, I don't need you to have emotion. I just need you to hit baseballs out of the park. Glacier in a hat says he had the jubilant smile of a root canal
patient. Perks of being Isaac, I've smiled bigger after getting punched in the face.
Dodger dog, he's got no side profile. You wouldn't smile.
Man.
We're not here to roast Kyle Tucker, but I think it's very funny.
I mean, they were very funny. Certainly, everybody funny. All right, so the Dodgers now 14-4. Is there anything we missed from last night?
So one thing, and I don't I have to be very careful because we're on camera when I do this, but I asked you about it, and I don't know where maybe the chat will know about it.
The Teo sort of sideways fist pump celebration.
So I got to be careful doing it. So he hits the home run. He's rounding second base. He does the wave like everybody else does, and then he kind of. I'm going to move over here so and it goes like this.
Yeah, the sideways fist.
Oh, no, that wasn't better, by the way. That did not make it better.
It's always gonna look the way.
There's not a movement I can make there when it makes it.
It's always gonna look the way it looks. That's just what it is.
But like, what is that? I don't know what that. Does anybody in the chat know what that motion is?
Yeah, no idea
where it comes from, because this is obviously the Freddie dance, and there's stuff. What is that one?
Yeah, that's. But I feel like it's exclusive to Teo also. As I don't know who in-house that does that. Don't know. Perks of being. I don't think they're allowed to talk about that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I have no idea. We'll have to investigate into what that one was. By the way, I've seen a lot of comments about the ESPN broadcast.
We were at the game.
We were at the game, so we didn't get to see or hear it. I know Joe Buck was on the call last night. It was Oral Hershiser and Ron Darling, which I guess is the thing now for these national broadcasts, where you just take the color analysts from the two teams.
Right.
That's what we saw on the NBC game with the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. It's apparently what happened last night. So I guess this is the new hotness. So I don't know.
I mean, for me, if I was at home, I would have loved to hear Joe Buck. I think he calls a great baseball game. And then Oral is amazing. If I learn something every single time I listen to Oral Hershiser do a Dodger game, and I think that's amazing. Him and Eric Karros are both the best as the analysts on those two things, because they always teach you something either because of the mound or at the plate. So I love that. So I'm assuming it was a good broadcast, but I don't know.
I think just from scrolling through the chat, the impression I got is people liked hearing Oral. People did not like hearing Joe Buck.
Here's the 2-1. That's well hidden to right. Back at the wall. It is gone.
I mean, I'm assuming he said it with more emotion.
Right, especially a Dodge game was awesome. Okay, so Sleeper Dodgers thought it was great. There you go.
All right, cool. All right,
Sleeper, great app.
This is one. Last thing before we get out of here. Thank you to your girlfriend, your wonderful girlfriend, Jean, who likes Andrew Biblioteca. She thought that was a wonderful nickname.
He does.
I know the chat was not really thrilled with it. They didn't love it, but we have one person on our side, and that's all we need to be obnoxious and keep it going. So
Andrew only takes one. So from now on, he is Andrew Biblioteca. So what you didn't hear, though, was throughout the whole game, because I told her about it in the car when we were driving up, and she loved it, and she just kept saying, Biblioteca. Just kept saying Biblioteca to me just randomly.
It's a fun word to say. I mean,
it is.
It's just a fun word to say. The chat's still
Andrew Biblioteca for life.
The chat's still not vibing with Biblioteca. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll come around. You'll come around to our side.
Exactly. We're gonna beat you into submission with Biblioteca. Is what we're gonna do. In the meantime, the Dodgers are off today. They are traveling to Denver. They'll start a 3-game series with the Rockies. In fact, they kind of an NOS road trip, because they go to Colorado, then they go to San Francisco. So a chance to maybe put some space between them and those two teams, at least in the standings. We need the Padres to cool off. Like, calm down there. It's not whatever you're doing. Anyway, that's a good part for us to kind of put this down for today. Back with you tomorrow, as always. Stick around for the Sedano Cap Morning Extravaganza. Thanks to Carlo. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to LAX as well. But for Greg, I am Marcus. That is it for this edition of the Blue Review presented by LAX. Back with you 6:30 to 6:55 here on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. We'll see you then.
Yeah.